Welcome to another edition of the Big Blue Report featuring that guy, two-time Super Bowl champion, former defensive captain, Giants legend, and the chairperson of the Jonathan Casillas Foundation, Jonathan Casillas himself. Boom! You like that? You like that?
Got it in. Perfect.
The Professor Ryan Darlington, and I'm Randy Zellea from backsportspage.com. And before we get started, of course, you can't forget this. This episode of the Big Blue Report, powered by Back Sports Page, is brought to you by NFLshop.com. Giants fans, if you're ready to gear up for a new season, make sure you head over to NFLshop.com and grab all of your official New York Giants gear, from jerseys, hoodies, to hats, sideline gear, and everything in between. Want to rock the same style you see on the sidelines? Get your gear inspired by John Harbaugh, what wears on game day, and rep Big Blue the right way. Click on the link below in the description for NFLshop.com. Head there now and wear the gear that the Giants wear. All right, boys, free agency hit hard last week, and now it's sort of like mellowed down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I
think we ran out of money. They were already pretty high up over the number, right? We're going to have to be creative as it is, and they were like, "Fuck, we can't sign anybody else."
But I think, if we look at how we ended the show last week, when we were talking about Tiki's name and everything, then we say, "Well, the boy's got his own money. We might have to borrow some of Tiki's money."
Yeah, seriously.
One of the interesting moves that we made was bringing back Jason Pinnock. I thought that was a great move. He had a year in San Francisco. And I think one of the things I like about that was the fact that he had some playoff experience last year, and he's able to bring something back to that safety room this year. I think that's a big plus, bringing him back into the fold.
Absolutely. We talk about a veteran safety, right, that has familiarity with the roster, with this team. Him and Drew Phillips, Tyler Nubin, those guys played in the same defensive backfield just 2 years ago. We took a ride up to Connecticut, me and Pinnock, with Ethan Medley and Tara to the Giants staff to do a flag football thing. About a 2.5-hour ride. We talked the whole way. Yeah, me and him talked the whole way there. And I was hoping he could come tonight, but he wasn't available to jump on. But that was just one of, I think, a fantastic job that they're doing this offseason for the New York Giants. We talk about losing Wan'Dale Robinson coming off that 1,000-yard season, replace him with Calvin Austin, Darnell Mooney, and Isaiah Likely. All three of the guys, even Likely, they all play in a slot, right? You got some veteran experience with Jason Pinnock and some other guys, but I really love what they're doing, guys. I really like that what they're doing with free agency, bringing in, of course, the fullback from Baltimore, 300 pounds. And, I forgot to say this last week, Brian.
Yeah.
This is what you wanted. You wanted this. You wanted a big 300-pound fullback, Evan Neal at guard, and Scattermoo in the backfield. You got what you wanted.
This is the freight train package, my friends. This is the fucking freight train, and we're making it happen this year.
Absolutely. You called it, bro.
By the way, funny story about this signing. Funny story about it. A couple of years ago, we reached out for Mason. For those who don't know, my stepson Mason has Tourette's, and he likes the Ravens. And Ricard sent a video back for Mason. So when I saw that he signed it, I was like, he signed with the Giants. I was like, that's awesome. Because when I saw him in the locker room, was it 2 seasons ago? I said, you made a video for my son. He's like, was that the one from the field house? I'm like, yeah. He's like, how's he doing? Is he doing all right? So that first day here, I'm going to be like, dude, welcome home. Welcome back.
Yeah. That's dope.
Welcome. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. That's a total side note. It has nothing to do with anything.
No, but that's
anyway. Has everything to do with everything, Randy. What are you talking about?
Yes, because he is a football guy. who's a good guy. He's going to be a good locker room influence, and he's going to blow some people up at the line.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the first middle linebacker that he just fucking lights right
Absolutely.
up.
You know what's fun? And this is, I think,
good.
the first time since Hinoski, right?
Yeah. The Rhinoceros,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. And big shout out to Mason, man. Big shout out to Mason.
Yeah, I mean, Mason down in Florida doing his thing.
Doing his thing, man. Much love to you, Mace.
Yes.
Much love to you, brother.
Yes.
So let me ask you guys, out of the signings that have been made, obviously we just talked about Pinnock and we talked about Ricard. What are some of the other, in your eyes, the big hole that was filled during free agency that this team needed?
Well, I think I hit it with the whole Wan'Dale Robinson leaving, 1,000-yard receiver, having his best season last year. Him not be, and he was the number one receiver for the Giants last year.
Yeah.
When Neighbors went down. I think the combination of Mooney and Austin III and Likely, for me, I mean, those three alone, like the Giants, without the other signings, those three alone is saying the Giants are having a good free agency period.
Mm-hmm.
With those three, with all the other additions as well, the Giants are winning. They're winning free agency throughout the league. And I'm here for it, and I know there's some more things that's going to happen. And the Giants do have the number 5 pick in the draft coming up in about 8 weeks or so,
give or take. Right.
Yeah.
Give or take, so of course the shift is happening now to pay attention to what's happening in the draft if the Giants are going to move. But man, I really like where they're at right now, and we'll see what they do in the draft. I feel like they can go in so many different directions, and that's the thing too. When you hit free agency like the Giants did, right? You kind of free yourself up in terms of the draft, and you're not high prioritizing a position. You're more like, okay, what good players, what are the best players that we have? And because we've handled middle linebacker, we've handled wide receiver, we've handled those things, right, in free agency, we don't have to sign a middle linebacker. We don't have to sign a wide receiver, draft a wide receiver, because they handled it in free agency, at least some sort. Because that number 5 pick overall, we're expecting Pro Bowler, right, at that number 5 spot. That's when you draft a guy that high, you're expecting a Pro Bowler. And for me, I would love for the Giants to get the guy that's the best player that's available. Yep. And if they don't have to go ahead and force feed because they need at a certain position and they're drafting a guy that's supposed to be in the back of the first at number 5, that's the only thing I don't want to see. And I think the Giants have done a good job to alleviate some of that situation that might happen.
Yeah, Randy, you were saying, which hole do you think they? Sorry, pause. Right, which spot on the field did they fill the best? Right, and I honestly I think it's middle linebacker. Right, the Tremaine Edmonds signing to me was one of the most foundational. And JC, to your point, we have a degree of flexibility where we might be able to do both. Get a top-notch, top-caliber player in Sonny, a guy like Sonny Styles, and also have him fill a need because, of course, we're going to take that. I mean, with getting Micah McFadden back, if you think about it, we're taking one of the weaker elements from the team last year. And if we're able to get Micah McFadden back, we're able to get a guy like Sonny Styles, where we have Tremaine Edmonds in there. That's going to be one of the strengths of
that's
our
a
team,
strong
fellas.
room right
That's
there.
a really strong room at that point.
A competitive room.
Competitive room. Now, that
that's
said, we do still have a couple of holes that we have to fill.
Oh, we sure do.
Jesus Christ. All night. It's going to be all night. I'm just going to be making that reference all night long. Anyway, buckle up, kids. Put earmuffs. But so the idea, though, is that we're still not in the trenches, right? I mean, we've got Jake Kubas, Evan Neal, Josh Azudu.
Azudu. Well, how do you feel about that signing?
So
here's
the thing. They know that there's talent there, right?
Yeah.
The contracts that they're signing those guys to are not ones that are risky, right? We don't owe Evan Neal one fucking dime if he doesn't make the roster. That's it. He's got a contract if he makes the roster, if he makes it through camp and he shows us enough and he can actually be good. If we can get that guy to play guard, just a bunch of hole fillers. That's right. And it doesn't matter if the hole's on the front side or the back side. We're filling that.
Now you're getting out of control. You're getting out of control.
We're talking about football, right? We're talking about football, right? All right, just want to make sure we're talking about football.
We're talking A gap, B gap, C gap. That's the holes we're talking about.
Thank you.
Not 1, 2, and 3. Okay.
That's a different podcast. I'm on that one on Friday nights. Sorry.
Oh gosh.
Around 3 o'clock in the morning, and his name,
it's the other one. Yeah,
it's a different professor. It's a different professor.
That's right. And the feds aren't supposed to know about that one. But anyway, the idea is that we've still got some positions to fill, right? I mean, we've still got interior offensive line. We've still got interior defensive line that we have to address, right? I do think, because he said as much, that Harbaugh will take the best player available at number 5. And the question in my mind is that best player available going to be a guy like Sonny Styles, or is it going to be a Jeremiah Love? Now, Jeremiah Love is not a guy necessarily that we have a need for, right? We've got a pretty strong running back room, but if he's taking somebody, he loves his running backs, right? There's a decent possibility that he might take that. Now, the other possibility is that if we recognize that there are very high caliber draft selections that are going to be good on the offensive and defensive line, we may consider trading out of that 5 pick and actually go for the top guys in the draft at a lower pick, because these are not high value. Like, you don't spend top 10 picks on guys like that unless they are an absolute lock. So, I mean, there's so many different ways that this could go. I don't think we're going to do a whole lot more in free agency. I think we are going to focus primarily on the draft. See if Neal and Azudu work out on the line, and kind of cross your fingers.
Yeah.
But we do have to get somebody else in there, and I think they're going to do that at some point through the draft. I was thinking about Casey Concepcion for the round 2 pick that we've got, but JC, to your point, I mean, right now there are a bunch of wide receiver 3s and a tight end, right? But they are very quality players. They are very good players, and we might be able to get one elevated to the point where they're able to do a wide receiver 2 kind of role. So we may not have to go that route.
And they're proven players. You know, like people that played in the league and are productive in the league.
Yeah.
For me, that's like, all right, you understand at least what you're getting. When you draft a guy, I don't care how good they were in college. Yeah. It's a gamble. I mean, it's a gamble.
Should we say that?
Too soon?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what school they went to. None of that stuff matters. It's a risk. When you sign a guy free agency, same thing. It's a risk. But it's so much lower because they've proven themselves. Sure. They've proven themselves at this level that they can be good contributors. And all of those guys on the offensive side of the ball, even Ricard included, right? Because think about him. First of all, a fullback is like non-existent besides like 3 teams in the NFL, right?
Yep.
You got Miami, you definitely got the Ravens, and I don't know who else uses fullback, but it's like 3 teams.
And we just got the Ravens fullback.
Right. So with that being said, it's like with the times, right? How the times are now in 2026, you got to get guys that when you put them in, they got to be able to play.
Yeah.
We've seen that from multiple guys that we've talked about on this show that the Giants have drafted over the last 4 years that just hasn't done anything. And these are first-round draft picks, second, third-round draft picks that really haven't done anything. That's the thing. When you draft somebody, you just don't know how they'll do in the big boys league, And when you have guys like Likely, Austin, and Mooney, these guys are all played football at the highest level, and they've been productive. Now, can we get them 70, 80 targets this year? Because Neighbor's getting over 100. He better. No less than that. For sure.
Guys, I wanted to do something with you guys tonight. If we want to still talk about the current free agent crew, we can. But I wanted to talk about past signings. Let's go back in time a little bit since it's been a slower week. I sort of looked up, and I wanted to do maybe in your mind the top 10 best signings the Giants have done over the last 10 years, and maybe some of the not so great signings the Giants have done.
Okay, top 10. That's a lot of signings, dog.
That's a lot of picks.
Yeah.
You're taxing my brain. I can't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday.
Well, not draft pick, not draft pick. The signings.
Number one, Brian Burns. Number one.
That's good.
Well, that was a trade. That was a trade.
Oh, it was a trade.
That was a trade. So I did some research. There's no particular order.
Okay.
Let's go back.
List them out. How many are you doing? You doing 10 years, 10 guys?
Yeah, 10 years.
10 years,
10 years
guys?
over the last year. 10 years over the last. We'll also do we'll do the good and then we'll do the bad. Number one, Damon Snacks Harrison.
It was very good. It was a very good one. It was very good.
Very good signing by the Giants.
Snacks was a monster.
Mm-hmm.
You played with
so
him, JC.
good.
Tell him about it.
Yo, Ryan, he was so good. Like, I remember we watching film, right? JT was hurt. I don't know if it was 15 or 16. Might have been hurt at 16. JT Thomas, he was playing linebacker too. And then we're watching like film from the year before, and it's like off-season stuff. And he's looking at Snacks like, man, he can't do that. Like, that's not his gap. And I looked at JT like, he could do whatever he wants.
You tell that man he can't do it.
He could do whatever
you tell
he
him
wants.
no.
Yeah.
The reason why, and I had to learn how to play with Damon. Like, I had to learn how to play with Snacks because, like, he might get reached, right? He might have the front side A, and the center might reach him. And you think like, man, you got it. He has to get to his A gap.
Yeah.
But when you realize he actually took both A gaps, he took both A gaps because he's that freaking good. You got to play differently, because if I'm playing with a guy that I know is going to be in that front side A, I'm going to hit that backside A. I'm going to hit it, right? And it's going to be almost a one-on-one or whatever the case is. When he swallows up both A gaps, there's no A gap for me to go to.
Right.
So I had to learn to play with him, and then I just started blitzing.
Oh, damn.
Like I wasn't reading anything because he's in front of me. He's blowing everything up. And I would just blitz.
Yeah.
And I would end up with the ball carrier in my hands for a 2-yard loss.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have somebody like that, bro, and it's so crazy because he had a knee injury almost the whole time. He was averaging like 80 tackles a year at nose.
Yeah.
I've never seen that production, and we probably never will see that production. For me, Damon Snacks Harrison for free agency, he got to be one of the top 10. And we had a lot of good signings that year alone in 2016.
Well, number 2 on that list is Janoris Jenkins, Jack Rabbit.
Jack Rabbit. Jack Rabbit was the man. Jack Rabbit would say, what did he say? He said, first, second down, y'all eating. He said, third down, y'all call me on third down. He wasn't trying to tackle nobody.
Nope.
But he was a guy, he was a guy that, when you talk about short-term memory, that was Jack Rabbit. Jack Rabbit, like he was, I wouldn't even call him up and down. There was wins and losses, right? When you play any position, there's wins and losses. I watched Odell kill him in practice for like 2 days. Like he just couldn't touch him. And then he learned like Odell's like moves, coming from, who's he coming from? The Rams, right? He was coming from the Rams, Jack Rabbit. And the first couple of days of practice, OBJ was killing him. And then after that, the rest of the camp, it was all competitive stuff. But like he's not a guy that you catch a touchdown on him. Oh man, like no, you catch a touchdown on Rabbit, don't throw his way again because he don't learn. You know what I mean? He's not gonna get beat twice. Right. And he got that short-term memory to where like even if he has a pick or he does something bad, the next play is a new play. Forget about what happened to play before. So he was one of the guys that play that position, that corner position, and you always win. And when you win and lose out there, it's big. It's touchdowns, right? It's interceptions.
Yeah.
And he never was like an up and down guy. Even though his play might have been up and down, he was always like this. He was always like that. Always Jack Rabbit.
Yep.
And what I loved about Jack Rabbit in post-game win or lose is he always talked and he didn't hold back. He always told it like it was. And that's the one thing I always loved about Janoris Jenkins.
And he's a country boy.
Oh my God. Yeah, he is. All right, next on the list, I think that you guys will appreciate this one. Olivia Vernon.
Whoa.
OV. We call OV Debo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What,
We,
do you have any?
this how much he was like a presence. Like, and it was more like he didn't say too much, but he was like me, but bigger. You know, like he was like 2 inches taller than me, like 30 pounds heavier than me. Like, but he was like me. Like he kind of looked similar to me, light-skinned guys, right? You know what I'm saying? But like I'm talkative. He's not. Like he's a guy, you say something to him like that. But he wasn't scary. He was just more like introverted, you know?
Sure.
Yeah,
He was so mysterious. Like we were kind of a little nervous, like scared of him a little bit. Like not me, but like Landon. This is what Landon did, right? This is Landon's rookie year. So Landon had to call the defense, right? He called the defense, and sometimes he got to put checks into the line, right? The D line. Landon's at like 8 yards. So he's like right behind me. And he's yelling, right? He's like, whatever, pirate, pirate, pirate. And like, you gotta have Spags always wanted the defensive linemen to tap their butt to let the linebackers and the safeties know, excuse me, that you got the call, right? Yeah. So Landon goes over to him. He's like, yo, pirate, pirate. And he's like kind of yelling, but not really. I'm like, yo, say it louder. He can't hear you because Spags wanted Landon to make the calls. So I was like, say it louder. And he went up to him. I swear he whispered to him, pirate, pirate, pirate. Yeah, I swear to God, OV did not run no damn pirate.
Oh no.
But it was because he had like that mysterious, like, you know, like I might smack the shit out of you type of look. That's the face he used to have and walk around with. And a guy like Landon, right? 2nd round draft pick, went to Alabama, won a national championship, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like he's an all-world type of guy. He was so intimidated by OV. He didn't even want to tell him. He didn't even tell him. He couldn't even tell him his job. He couldn't even tell him what he was supposed to do. But like I remember that because I don't think nobody else really saw. I saw it. I'm like, look, Landon, come on, bro. Like you gotta tell him.
Is it cool? Can we do pirate? Can we do? Is it cool? Is that all right?
Can you please do pirate, please? Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
I really want to play pirate, please. I really want to play pirate. Let's do that, please.
Nice.
And he was the coolest dude ever. I'm sorry, coolest dude ever. Bought everybody on the team and the coaches Louis the 13.
Really?
That's a bottle that's worth about $3,000 per bottle.
Yeah.
Money.
That's big money.
That's huge money.
My fault. I'm sorry. Keep going. I get excited about my old teammates, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, we're stepping away from some of your old teammates now because we have number 4. I put down James Bradbury.
Bradbury. Yeah. Safety.
Yeah.
No, corner.
2020.
Corner.
He had, 1 or 2 really good years for the Giants.
And
then he had a not-so-good year.
Right?
Then he went to the Eagles. Yep. Then he went to the Eagles.
Yep.
So, he was a good signing, though. Good signing.
Yeah, I thought he was a solid one. The next one was Blake Martinez.
Yeah.
But he got hurt, right?
He got hurt
early. He had one like super good, very, very promising year, and then it was kind of downhill after that. But no, I remember being excited about that year because he was all over the place, man. The guy was just flying to the ball, and
he's like a 150 tackle per year guy. His whole career.
Undersized, right? Just kind of out of nowhere. I remember watching the special when he was all excited because he went and got his first pair of real boots, cowboy boots. Yeah, he was all excited about that shit. So it's like the whole experience was just a new thing to him, and he's all fresh faced, but he was on the field making plays, man.
Did he like tear his ACL like first or second game of the season one year?
I think it might have been. He was out early that second season
and was out,
and just never quite made it back. You know, he had all that potential.
Did he play after he left us?
After he left the Giants? I thought he did, but I also heard that he like retired as well. He started doing something else, like
he was doing Pokemon cards.
Yes,
that's what he was doing. He was doing Pokemon cards.
That's great.
Next up, Logan Ryan, 2020.
Yeah. He was the safety. Yeah.
Yes, Logan
Yeah.
Ryan was a safety.
Mm-hmm.
I won a Super Bowl with Logan. I don't remember him on the Giants too much. Like, is that
I remember
guy?
more.
He was only there for a hot minute. Like he was
Yeah,
only there for like a season or two at most.
I was very surprised when they released him.
Yeah.
I was
he a cap casualty? I think he might have been.
He was a cap casualty.
Yeah.
I remember that was a big point of conversation with all the writers that he was. It was a shock that he was like that because, but from where they were going into that 2022 season, if you remember, everyone had no expectations from 2022.
Yeah.
So they just
Logan was good. Logan was smart. He was a leader. He was a guy that made the plays. Like when you talk about making plays, like he wasn't like jumping off the screen to you, but he made them plays that like if it came to him, he catching it. Like and he'll always be in the right spot, exactly where he needed to be. You know, Logan was very good position player, very good.
Did he and Jordan Love, both of them went to Seattle, didn't they? Eventually, did Logan Ryan go to Seattle?
I don't know.
That might have been a fever dream. He
might have.
Producer Ryan, can you check on that one for us?
Yeah, let's see where he went. But I do remember watching him play, and he was definitely a solid player. I was very surprised. Yeah, cap casualties hit everybody.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Let's see Logan Ryan. I'm looking at it right now.
Next on the list was Bobby Okereke. We saw how that ended last week.
Sure. Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, I think it was like I said, I talked to Pinnock. I talked to Jason. There's a big difference between Shane Bowen and Wink Martindale. And Bobby Okereke's season in Wink Martindale was special. He created like 8 turnovers.
Yes, it was. Yep.
He had like 4 or 5 on his own, and then he created like another 3 or 4 turnovers. And when you create turnovers, I don't really care what your other stats look like.
Yeah.
Turnovers.
Well,
you know,
I mean, and that's the beauty of a guy like Pinnock coming back. He had a hell of a season under Wink as well, and so Denard Wilson's going to play a style that is much more similar to Wink Martindale's than it is to Shane Bowen's. Thank God. So, I mean, I think we're going to see some things out of these guys that maybe we would not have seen, under a guy like Shane Bowen or even Charlie Bullen, right? So I'm excited to watch. The development of Jason Pinnock. I think he's going to become even better. He's going to grow as a player. I'm excited to see. I mean, everybody's going to fucking hate on me for this, but I'm excited to see what Tay Banks is going to be able to do in a system that's much more his style. And if it doesn't pan out, it doesn't pan out. But at least he's given an opportunity to play the style of ball that he's been shown to be best at. So here's Logan Ryan, played 1 year in Tampa, 1 year in San Francisco.
I just saw that.
Leaving the Giants.
Two-time champ now. Two-time.
There you go.
Champ.
There you go.
Next up to finish out the list, actually some more recent signings, Javon Holland.
Underperformed.
So first season.
Yeah, underperformed.
In that same defense, in that same Shane Bowen defense.
Yep.
I think we're going to see a better Holland. I think we'll see everybody on defense is better this year.
Yes, I think you're right. I mean, what kind of game? I didn't watch a whole lot of tape on Paulson Adebo when he was with the Saints. Was he much more of a kind of press man kind of guy there, or was he more soft coverage?
I'm not sure, but when I talked to the guys, my Saints chat, I checked in with them. And they said he was a feast or famine type of guy. He's a guy that, might get bombed on, but then come away with a crazy pick,
Yeah.
But we didn't get that. We didn't get that player. But again, Shane Bowen defense, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I hate to keep saying it, but like there was a huge drop off from Wink to Shane Bowen.
Yeah.
Huge.
Okay, and then the next one after that is obviously Paulson Adebo.
Yeah.
We just kind of talked about.
We just talked about him.
Yeah. and then I know I just go down the list, and then John Runyon.
Yeah, I mean,
good,
serviceable. Yeah, good, serviceable. Solid. Solid guy.
We needed help. We needed him. We needed Runyon, and he did a very good job. Yeah.
Okay, and then. The just missed guys, we put down Greg Van Roten and Adoree Jackson.
Yeah. Adoree. Yeah.
I love me some Adoree.
Yeah.
Him on the field though, he's been having some rough moments. There you go. I think it's the best word to use. He's had some rough moments, but great guy, like fantastic guy, like really cool person, super swaggy, right? Always fly. But man, I've seen him get bombed on a lot.
Yeah, a little bit.
On like every team.
Yeah.
like I'm watching the game and I'm like, damn, who that? Oh, that's Adoree.
Because he went to the Eagles too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Didn't he go? Yeah.
And I forgot who they played. They played. It was this year. I don't know who they played early in the season. And what's his name? Quinyon Mitchell.
Quinyon
Mitchell. I think he was out. And they were picking on Adoree. It was bad. Like it was bad. I was like, "Yo, come on, take it easy, my boy."
No, they're not taking it easy on anybody.
The Packers or somebody? It was somebody was picking.
Somebody.
He was getting destroyed, bro.
Yeah. Right.
He was
wherever he is. That's where we're throwing the ball.
Oh,
that's rough.
Yeah.
It's tough to see. So let's clown on some guys. Who's some of the worst?
Are we sure we want to do this?
I'm not sure.
Let's go through it quick. Sure. We'll do five quick.
I like quick. Yeah, quick.
Quick fire.
Yeah, we'll do some quick ones here. Some quickies. All right. Kenny Galladay.
Whoa. Best lining ever.
Gosh.
So productive.
Hey Ryan, you know what the worst part about that is? Like I'm in my head like he has to be a terrible person. Like cuz there's no way you sign for that much money and you can't play good football, right?
Yeah.
Then I hung out with them when they beat the Colts and they went to the playoffs and I hung out with him and I was talking to him and I'm like, he's awesome. Like he's such a good dude. Yeah. Like I was thinking like, oh, he's just not smart guy, you know, because I'm trying to figure out how you were so good in Detroit and you get here and you don't have no touchdowns. Like how is that possible? And then I met him and then I hung out with him and I'm like, yo, I love this dude. He's awesome. How the hell is he not playing good football? I don't know what happened to Kenny Galladay, bro.
I mean, he got on the wrong side of Brian Daboll and that happened quick. You know what I mean?
He is one of the worst free agent signings because they gave him a bag.
Productivity. Yeah. Productivity did not match what we paid.
You ready for the next one?
Let's do it.
Nate Solder.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Guy came out of nowhere and did fuck all. Yeah. Because he was like 86 when we brought him over from the Patriots, right? I mean, we put that old ass on the line and it was it. You know, he barely played.
He was my teammate in New England too. Sorry, yeah, he was on a New England squad when I was there.
He was great in New England. He was a really solid player, right?
He was a very important player. He was just very important player.
Yeah, we just got him when he was in his 70s. You know, it's just can't put that dude out on the line with a walker.
Oh,
come on,
God, man, you're so rough.
Yeah, that was rough. Oh, I didn't even realize. I'm looking at his wiki. Well, it was his Pro Football Reference. He opted out in 2020. He didn't play during COVID. I totally forgot that was a thing.
Yeah,
I totally forgot. Guys didn't play that year.
That's right. Yep,
I forgot about that.
I don't blame him. You know what I mean?
Nobody knew what was going on.
Oh yeah. And it's got to be super weird playing in front of literally nobody, right? They started putting cardboard cutouts in the stands and piping in fan noise. You know,
I was
the only sport that was go ahead because I'm switching the subject.
I was going to say I was dying because what they did when what's his name? Andy Reid was going to his media sessions in Kansas City. They actually put cardboard cutouts of the media people.
The media people
in the press conference.
And it was all virtual, right? They're doing virtual. They probably got their microphones there or something like that.
So during COVID, what they would do for us is they would have the main beat writers there, but they wouldn't be allowed in the locker room. So they'd be sitting in the press box at the stadium and they'd be sending out the links to the press conferences. So everybody would be going there. And every time Joe Judge went to the podium was, I don't know, I have to go look at the tape.
What press conference are we having right now, guys?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
I was trying to say earlier because I just thought about it during COVID. You know, the NBA was in the bubble, right? The NFL, you had people opting out and all that good stuff. Did y'all watch boxing and UFC during that time?
Oh no!
I watched a little bit of UFC.
When you go back, all right, when they replay old footage, I guess it was 5-6 years ago, right? And no fans was in the crowd, you can hear every punch.
Yeah.
Every punch.
Yeah.
And you like, oh my God. Like when you listen to fights during COVID, that's when you probably truly understood how vicious boxing and UFC was.
Yep.
Because you can't really hear it with the crowd.
Yeah.
You can't hear on every punch. You hear it for every once in a while.
Yeah.
Tell us how you really feel, right? But that was the sports that during COVID, there was all the sports were trash to watch. But boxing, you can hear the punches hitting. Every punch you can hear. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember in UFC you heard the actual
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard everything. You had everything. I remember there was one dude in boxing, he got hit and you heard the punch hit him, and then you heard him hit the ground. Wow! Like it was so loud.
He hit hard.
Yeah, for real.
You actually heard them say, "Get him off me!"
You heard everything during COVID, bro. Everything. You can hear on the NFL field. You can hear coaching from across the field.
Really? Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
I remember hearing on one NFL mic'd up thing during COVID. You heard, "We're the cheerleaders."
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Another great reason to watch the games.
Yeah, baby. All right, next on the list, and this is one that's going to drive Ryan absolutely bonkers.
Here we go.
2019 signing Golden Tate.
Golden Tate. Yeah.
He was very good in Detroit. He was very good. We played Detroit and Seattle before.
Yeah. Well, I remember him coming out of Notre Dame, right? He was a really solid player coming out of Notre Dame. He had couple of good seasons under his belt, but man, he got here and just did nothing.
They were looking. After they traded Odell, they bought him in, and they were like, they're like, he's going to fit in, and all of a sudden it was like, oh my God, there were more people were upset because he had his golf clubs in the locker room. I remember that part of it. that was a big.
He was the most disrespectful wide receiver I've ever seen in my life. Yo, he would be mid-play and he would like wave at you or something. He would do like the most ridiculous stuff. Before he got to New York, he was really good, bro. Yeah. Like Golden Tate was like Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like he was, I wouldn't say because Amon-Ra is phenomenal and there's not too many people like him. Yeah. But he was kind of Amon-Ra before Amon-Ra was Amon-Ra. Like he was that type of guy. He was a physical guy, not big, but very physical. He brought it to you. I mean, he had 1,000 yards 3 times. You know, I mean, he never was like the greatest receiver or nothing like that. Yeah. But he was pretty good. When the Giants got him, though.
Before. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One good year. He had one good year, and then
ran into the golf course. Why am I not surprised?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big golfer. Yeah, he's a big golfer.
This next one is going to be one that we're all going to scratch our heads on why the Giants even made an effort on it. It was Jonathan Stewart.
Oh, wow.
When was this?
2018.
God, that was for like a hot second, right? I mean,
what?
Does he
have stats? Does he have stats for the Giants?
Because he got hurt, right?
He got hurt during camp. He got healthy during camp. And then it was to the point where I think he maybe played like 1 or 2 games, maybe a little bit more.
Wow. So hold on. Time out. He finished his career with the Giants?
Yeah.
I think so, because he got banged up and he was like, all right, that's it, I'm done. So, I mean, it's Carolina, right? It was Carolina for a bunch of years, a bunch of really productive years. Yeah. Came to New York to die.
He did Carolina for 10 years, guys.
Yeah.
And listen, I was in New Orleans in that division for 4 years. Combination of him and D'Angelo Williams and then Cam Newton.
Yeah.
I love the fact that this shocked
JC.
This shocked you. That
I had to look him up. He only played 3 games. He only has 6 carries. That's why I don't remember him.
Yeah.
I don't even remember them signing him though.
Yeah.
I don't remember signing him.
I remember they brought him into his first press conference, and he was like, "This is a blessing," blah blah blah. And I remember I forgot which beat writer it was, but someone looked at me. He says, "He ain't gonna make it."
Jeez, he was hurt a lot throughout his whole career.
Yeah.
He's played 16 games in 11 years, 3 times. Yeah.
Well, the next one should be fun for you. Devontae Booker back in 2021.
Oh my God. I don't even recognize the name.
Right. I'm looking him up.
Holy Hannah.
What position?
Bro, you're doing like
running back?
You're doing like deep tracks here. You're going.
Oh, I remember him.
Always love when you have to say, "Oh yeah, I remember him."
Oh yeah.
People say that about me. People say that about me all the time. People like, what was his name? Casillas? What year did he play? 15, 16? Oh yeah, I remember him. Yeah, okay. Yeah, bro.
Then we have then we have Kyle Rudolph.
Oh geez. Yeah, tight end. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He came over from Minnesota, right?
Yeah, end of his career.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We see a pattern here.
You know what's interesting?
For sure.
What was the Giants' way for the longest time? We always let somebody go 1 year too soon instead of 1 year too late. But meanwhile, we kept on signing everybody way too late.
Way too late. Yeah. 3 years too late. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy with that one. And then the last one I have for you guys is Riley Dixon.
Receiver? Riley Dixon, receiver, right?
I believe so, yeah.
What year?
I believe so.
Yeah, I gotta look it up.
I believe so.
Guys, if there's any listeners, if there's anybody that's listening to the show that's like, yeah, I remember him, write in because we're going to have you come on.
No. If there's anybody out there who says they remember that, I say bullshit.
Yeah.
Right. We're talking about the punter here. He's a punter.
Oh, sorry, Riley Dixon. Yes, the punter. I
was talking about wide receivers, Ryan. You heard me? I was like, wide receiver?
Yeah, wide receiver.
Not wide receiver.
We're not talking about punters.
But guys, there's been quite a few misses. I just decided to do the research on the last 10 years and start looking at some of them. There's some hits, but one thing I've noticed about the hits is they're all on the defensive side of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at the misses. The misses are on the offensive side of the ball.
And all older guys, too. All older guys, year 8, 9, and 10. Guys that are a little bit older, besides the punter, Riley Dixon.
Yeah. We ought to do the same thing next week with the draft.
Yeah, we can. I have no problem doing that next week. We'll put this. I just figured this
that's
would be
a
little
3-hour show. From 2023 draft alone. From 2022.
I already have number 1 on the list.
On both sides.
Oh, man.
That's funny.
Number 1 on the list, Kadarius Toney, baby.
No, stop. We're not going to go there now. We're not going to start now. I was just having fun on the show. We're not going to start.
Man, hey, he was so talented too, man. He's so talented.
We traded down for him.
When you I look at him, the way he moved, right? The way he can cut. I feel like it looked like Lamar Jackson. And the thing is, nobody looks like Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
But when Kadarius Toney was playing good Kadarius Toney football, he looked like Lamar Jackson.
In college?
Yes, in college. Because I didn't see none of that in the league.
He didn't do shit in the league.
I think I seen one play he had for the Giants. I was like, oh, wow. And that was it.
Yeah.
That was it. But man, that was rough. Man, first round pick, right? Top 15? Top 15?
We traded down. I think we were at number 11 or something like that. Traded down to 21, right? Picked him up when we could have had any number of other guys. Yeah. The pick that we had.
Said Baker says, hold my beer. Indeed. He was bad.
You're killing me. I was having fun. God damn it.
He's playing for like a league right now,
Is he?
Baker. Him and
He got out of
Tate
jail?
Crowder. Him and Tate Crowder, I believe. Remember Tate Crowder?
No,
Yep.
I mean, you're laughing, but didn't DeAndre Baker got picked up on like larceny charges or something like that? He was in
he
jail
did.
for a while. Yeah. So hey, listen, all about it. Yeah.
You know, we joke around about DeAndre Baker, but I remember Michael Thomas from the defensive side of the ball. Michael Thomas.
He was a free agent signing, right? He was good. He was very good.
He was very good.
Teams.
And we only had him for a year, but I remember he was so good to us, talking to us after the game.
Yeah.
And I was
He's
talking.
awesome.
I was talking to him in the hallway, and it was right after the Monday night game against the Cowboys, where the Black Cat ran on the field. And he looked at me. He says, "Guys, we're not going to win games." Like he said this to me privately. He's like, "We're not going to win games when we're playing zone in the backfield, and we have one idiot rookie who's playing man."
Talking about Baker?
Yeah.
Talking about Baker?
Yeah, he's talking about Baker.
You picked him hot too, right? I mean, he was like a very high pick.
He was he was the first round. He was first round, and
the Giants traded back
30th
into
overall pick. Yeah,
they traded back into the first. Yeah, they traded back into the first round to get him.
Yeah,
I remember sitting in that press room in 2019 when they drafted him, Dexter Lawrence, and Daniel Jones.
wow.
Damn, they gave up 2 draft picks for him.
Yep.
Crazy.
One name for you to describe DeAndre Baker. He was a Dave Gettleman guy, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, there were some misses, Mr. Gettleman.
Yeah, Mr. Gettleman
had
had some hits.
Couple of hits, couple of misses. I mean, look, you can say that about any team in the league, right? No GM.
Yeah.
Even Jerry Reese, had some great
Yeah,
pickups.
nobody's batting 1,000. Nobody's batting 1,000.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
You gotta have a little bit of luck, especially when you talk about bringing in older free agents, right? Because I feel like the risk of injury for older guys is a little bit higher, and then the younger guys from the draft, they're unproven commodities, So like you gotta have a little bit of luck, right?
Yeah.
Evan Neal, people talk about now. But like when they picked Evan Neal, Eli Apple, when they picked Evan Neal, there's no one that said anything negative because we all understood the type of player that we saw.
Sure,
he was in college.
He's an animal in college.
Nobody could know that he wasn't gonna play for 4 years.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And we could also probably do a list of the worst trades of bringing guys in too, and
we could probably do that as well. Yeah. Let's do trivia though. Let's get that going.
We want to do some trivia.
You said you had a good one. I'm all itching for it now. That we've gotten me all depressed here.
I do have a question here for JC though. Like we're bringing in guys like Jenkins and Snacks Harrison back in 2016. In 2015, the team started off pretty well, and you had a lot of close games against Carolina that year. Carolina was undefeated. That was the famous Odell Beckham, Josh Norman game.
Man, that game was crazy.
Oh, and then you had the game against the Patriots where Landon Collins dropped the game-winning interception in there too. That group that you had in 2015, how did you feel about the following season bringing in those high ticket names like Olivia Vernon that year, the Snack Harrisons and the Janoris Jenkins? After sort of, I don't want to say being close, but that 2015 defense was still pretty much like a younger type of, it had a lot of younger guys.
We were young, and it was our first year under Steve Spagnuolo, and we weren't good, man. We had a lot of it takes a little bit of a while. Like certain defense, some defenses are like dummy defenses. Like when I say dummy, like they're very simple. They're not complex, right? But because they're so simple, they're easier to learn, and you can add your own mix to it because you fully understand what you're doing all the time.
Right.
A complex defense like Spagnuolo, it's not, you don't get it right away.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit to follow and learn all the nuances, right? Because you got cover 2, right? Cover 2 versus 2-by-2 situation, right? When you go in motion, it changes the whole cover 2. You know, it changes everything. You know, you go back to two backs, so that changes everything, right? Some defenses are really like easy, like plug and go defenses where when you change from 3-by-1 to 2-by-2 is basically the same.
Yeah.
You know, but Spags had, first of all, he had a big like his if we had pages, his defensive playbook would be thick. Like he had a lot of different things that we did, and his red zone defense was a little bit different too. But every team that he's ever been on, after that first year, they're really good every time.
Yeah.
And it's a combination of familiarity, learning the defense, right? Guys like myself, being a veteran, now going on my second year with the Giants was actually my third year with Spags because I had him one year in New Orleans. So by that time, I could teach everybody in my room if I needed to.
Yeah.
You know, so it's and that's the thing about when you're installing in defense, you got to teach it to your coaches. You got to teach it to your coaches, and that's not easy, right? Because the coach is getting it 2 weeks before the players. Some of these players are just as smart, if not smarter than the coaches, you know, and there's certain questions that you ask. Sometimes they don't have those answers.
Yeah.
Because they don't know it either.
Sure.
You know, so it takes a little while. So the combination of that and literally bringing in Pro Bowl players, right? Snacks was an all-pro type of guy. Janoris Jenkins, he's a guy that can get 5 or 6 interceptions a year, right? And OV was coming off, I think, 11 sack season, if I'm not mistaken. Like, that's how you got to hit your free agency.
Yeah.
When you want to rebuild your bottom-ranked defense, you go out and spend the money to bring in the guys. Because you had some guys like me that you bring in Snacks who I can play behind. I look so much better with Snacks in front of me. You know, you could get the most out of me because I got Snacks. You know, so for me, it was necessary for the Giants to have a whole 360 and understanding what our offense did that year. Remember what our offense did that year, Randy? In 2015, our offense was off the chain. In 2016, we were struggling on offense. We were struggling.
Wasn't it the last 7 games of the season? Didn't score 20 points.
It was something. Bro, we beat Dallas. Bro, we beat Dallas 10-7.
Right, but I just remember it, like. And listen, we all know that we love art. We love art, and we love some of the beat guys. Everyone kept on saying the big storyline, the latter part of the 2016 season was the team could not score. The team was not able to. The team was not.
And Eli turned the ball over a lot that year. Like
he did.
Like, but that's the thing though. Like, and I tell, like when I go to games, like high school games, and I see the kids over there, like, oh man, like again, right? I go over there, I said, bro, and I told the Giants this. I told Nacho this a couple years ago.
I love Nacho.
I was like, bro, you can't have, when you take the field, right, after your offense just turned the ball over, if y'all going in the field like, oh man, again, y'all already lost.
Yeah, you're done. Yeah,
you already lost. You already lost because the other team was like, we got the ball, let's go. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got the ball, let's go out there and score. And if you're like, oh man, again, like it's like a subconscious thing. Like you're just not gonna be as good as you are if you're fired up. So what we used to do, we never was like, oh, Eli again. Like, first of all, it's freaking Eli Manning. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's a GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, what are we talking about here?
Got two rings, baby.
what we did, like, I would look at everybody, let's take the fucking field. Like, and we used to storm out there. We used to run out there, like, and the offense looking like, why they so hyped? Y'all just got y'all third turnover today.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Y'all offense just turned the ball over for the third time. Yeah, we about to take the ball back.
That's right.
That was our attitude. That was our attitude, you know, and it was a reason why we was ranked number 2 in the league that year.
Yeah,
because we had that approach. It didn't matter what happened on offense. It didn't matter. Like, we were that good, and we had that much moxie that we was like, oh, Eli, turn the ball over. Or somebody fumbled. Oh, we gonna get the ball right back to you. Don't worry, we get the ball right back to you. That's the type of swag we played with that year, man.
Yeah. Just to let you know, I'm most effective when I have snacks in front of me too, but I think it might be a different kind of thing.
I like what you did there, bro.
One other question too. Let's ask both of you guys this: hindsight being 2020. when Gettleman got here, everyone wondered what Eli's future was at that point. I remember the last game of the year after they beat Washington, that Eli just didn't take off his uniform right away. He stayed in uniform and was not ready to move on. Do you think that the Giants should have not taken Saquon Barkley and taken a quarterback from that draft, knowing what we know now?
Was that 18?
Yeah, 18.
18 was the draft? Let me look up the draft. So 2018 NFL draft quarterbacks.
I personally, I remember that. I remember that night. I remember watching as they took. I mean, look, there were some guys.
There's some guys.
There's some guys. There's some guys. But listen, JC, it's to your point, though, right? I mean, these are unproven commodities. And
Exactly.
how many times have we said in the first round, bro, this is the guy, right? This is the dude. He's going to come. He's going to be an all-pro. He's going to set up your franchise for 10 years. And then you realize, it's just you drafted Jamarcus Russell. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so at the end of the day, when you're talking about the person who's most likely to be a proven commodity, right? You're going to talk about a guy like Saquon Barkley. That dude, it's like nothing anybody had ever seen at that point. And I think you'd be hard pressed to find somebody since then that presented that way, right? Saquon, right? With fucking quads that are as thick as my waist. You know what I'm saying? So
I think the kid coming out of Notre Dame,
like
Love coming out of Notre Dame this year, and Bijan. I think
Bijan.
those two guys.
I'll give you Bijan.
Bijan looks like Saquon when he runs the football.
Yeah.
They look very similar when they run the football.
Can I
But
put
let's go back. Go ahead. Yeah. Before you do that, let me go back and talk about those quarterbacks from that draft. Baker Mayfield was number one, but we all know what happened with Baker early in his career. Baker wasn't good. I want to take that back. He wasn't as good. There you go. I was going to say he wasn't as good as people thought he was going to be.
Right.
But now he's everything that you thought he could be. He's that now. Sam Darnold, same story.
Yep.
Maybe a lot underwhelming, maybe more of a bust in his first couple years. But is Sam Darnold not a top-tier quarterback?
He is.
And I'm talking about top 10.
Yeah.
He just won a fucking Super Bowl.
For sure.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And then Josh Allen, we all know about Josh Allen. Same thing with Lamar Jackson at number 32. But Josh Rosen was number 10 pick overall.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't ever remember him playing in the league.
Nope.
I don't ever remember him playing in the league.
So, I mean, there's just there's some that you hit on. There was one immediate hit in that draft. The other guys you had to wait.
Not even. Josh Allen wasn't amazing.
Yeah, he
was
wasn't.
not amazing.
He grew into that. No, you're right.
He was like,
you're right.
He was like 50% completion percentage, if that.
Yeah.
Fumbled a lot. He turned the ball over a lot. He became that. Lamar Jackson, too. Lamar Jackson was good, and he wasn't fantastic until maybe 2 or 3 years later. But those guys, though.
But it took 5 or 6 years for those other guys.
Those are 2 of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league.
Do you remember
at this point? Sure.
Do you remember Lamar Jackson's first? You remember Lamar Jackson's first playoff game? He had negative yards passing. Everything was running.
Oh my gosh! Who was that against? You remember who he playing against?
I know.
Was it like the Browns or something?
Yeah, it was something. I just feel like all the way through the third quarter, he had negative 3 yards passing.
I tell you what, if Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen don't figure out a way to win a Super Bowl,
right?
They will go down as big underachievers.
It's like Jim Kelly, right? I mean,
yeah.
Guy was there 4 times, never won.
4 times in a
row. Yeah.
In a row.
Isn't that
Josh Allen is almost there. He's almost to that
so
point.
Close.
He's because you almost guarantee yourself that the Buffaloes at least go into the second round of the playoffs every single season.
He was Patrick Ewing against Michael Jordan.
Yeah, always getting there, but could never beat the guy. And Jordan is Mahomes.
Yep. That's the best analogy. All right, trivia time here.
All right,
the Big Blue Report. This message is courtesy due to producer Ryan. He picked out the question.
Nice, Ryan.
Who was the player? Go ahead.
Who was the player picked the last time the New York Giants had the number 1 overall pick?
Oh, wow.
Is it A, Eli Manning, B, Lawrence Taylor, C, Tucker Frederickson, or D, Frank Gifford?
I think I know this.
Let's go with JC first.
I feel like Lawrence Taylor, but I feel like he wasn't number one.
Yeah, I don't think he was.
I'm gonna go Frank Gifford.
That's exactly what I was going to do too.
Because I was thinking, I'm gonna go Frank Gifford.
No, we drafted
Eli
Phillip
was number
Rivers.
4.
Yeah, we
San
drafted
Diego
Phillip Rivers.
San Diego got to know.
I was gonna say, Eli was drafted London, but they made the trade.
But San Diego,
yeah. So, all right, Ryan, what do we got?
I'm saying, yep, Tucker Fredrickson. Holy shit!
I don't even know.
Wow,
I don't even know who that is.
Come on, you guys remember the 1965 draft? It was a cold
day. Of course, yeah. Yo, you know what's so crazy? My mom wasn't even born yet.
Right? Oh, damn. It's 65.
Tucker Fredrickson. He's still alive, 83.
Wow. So if it smells in here, it's because he pulled that right out of his ass. That was ridiculous. What a crazy trigger. That's good stuff, Stern. Well done.
So, guys, real quick, also, don't forget May 30th, SpiderGame.com.
Yes.
Go there right now. We're getting closer. LPG and company getting ready for the best Giants Fan Fest game ever. Usually about 30 to 40 current and former New York Football Giants come out and celebrate your favorite team on May 30th at Boulder Stadium out in Pomona, New York. Go to SpiderGame.com for ticket information. Support LPG, support the New York Giants, and go out. Again, we've been talking about it. LPG does an amazing job not only putting this event together, but finding ways to give back to people in need. And he develops his own platform with this softball game. They have dodgeball, home run derby, and a softball game, and the most fan-friendly game of players being able to sign autographs, take pictures, and makes it a great experience for everybody involved.
Yep. Going to be fun. Get your tickets now.
Over at SpiderGame.com. All right. Gentlemen, the only other thing I have for you is, JC, you've been a very, very busy bee. I want you, if it's okay, let's talk about it real quick. You're officially a defensive coordinator now. Is this correct?
Yeah. I was at Hudson Catholic earlier today. Coach Tarig Holman's the head coach, and he coached me when I was in high school. Nice. And man, we were talking for like 2 hours a day after the weight room, just catching up. You know, he played at Iowa. He's a Big Ten guy. Played at Iowa. He's only like 11 years older than me, so he's not like this old guy. You know, he's like, when I was playing for him in high school, he was like, right there. Like he's like right over me.
Yep.
But he's a good guy. He was coaching at St. Thomas Aquinas. Stuff didn't go his way there. He was a defensive coordinator last year for St. Joe's. St. Joe's beat Bergen Catholic for the first time in 6 years. They revenged their loss to Don Bosco. They revenged their loss to St. Peter's, and they won a state championship.
Awesome.
So for us, Hudson Catholic, I don't think we've ever won a state championship. So for me, that's the only thing I'm thinking about. Like there was kids in the day, and they was the rugby kids. So our football players are playing rugby right now.
Yep.
Not all of them, but some guys. It was like 6 kids that came in. And they came in the room. I was like, yo, look, if y'all not trying to get a banner, just stick with rugby, bro. Like, stick with rugby. Go play soccer or something during the fall. Because we're trying to get banners, bro. Like, I'm not here for no other reason but that. Get some banners. Hopefully we can send y'all to college. But we got a good group of kids, young, and the kids are all over, though. They're track, rugby, and baseball. So those 3 sports are dominating this season right now. But it's a good group of kids, man. All the kids got really good grades. I learned that today. I'm starting to learn the kids' names and stuff like that. Sure. I've been in the weight room. I got like the 3 smallest kids on the team. I call them Mighty Mites.
Nice.
One of the kids is 105 pounds.
I think my left leg is 105 pounds.
Why do I have a feeling he's going to get hit? He's going to go like flying. He's going to be the guy.
So I told him today, like I looked at him in his face and like I kind of like try to like belittle him a little bit. I was like, yo, you're little. Like you're small. You know that? And he was looking at me like, are you like Are you talking crazy to me right now? Like, you can see him looking at me. And I said, I'm going to tell you that because you need to understand that that's what everybody's going to say about you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a bad thing.
No,
Because
definitely not.
in football, the low man wins. And you have natural leverage on everybody you're going to see.
Nice.
You got to be strong. You got to be explosive. You got to be quick. But as far as you being short, don't limit yourself and be like, oh, I'm too little. You're not too little.
Nope.
I just don't want to see you ever tackle anybody high. Don't ever do that.
Don't try.
Ever.
Yeah. We'll be
That's
picking you up
exactly what
out
I
of the
told
ground.
her today. Right. That's exactly what I told her today. I said, you got natural leverage on anybody you're going to play because you're shorter than them. And football is a low man's game. Whoever is low is going to win that rep. You're going to have an advantage over 99% of the people you play. But when it comes to defense and you're trying to tackle somebody, do not hit anybody up top. We're going to have to call your mom. You probably... you're probably done with football after that.
I suddenly had the mental picture of this the running back from the other team running and him holding on to his ankle.
Hey, listen, if he gets him down, that's a tackle.
That's a tackle.
Yeah.
That's a tackle. Wrap him up.
But you know what? They say the same thing about Micah, and Micah's very small compared to a lot of the other guys on the team too. So,
well, look, tell Bugs.
McFadden?
Yeah, McFadden's a small guy.
He not that small though. He may not be like an imposing guy, like who we just signed. That's a big guy.
Yes.
The guy from Chicago, he's huge. He's like 6'4".
He's a big dude.
Mike is like maybe 5'11", but he's solid though. He's solid. He's solid. And he doesn't get thrown around, like he's solid. He runs through guards, he runs through fullbacks. He's solid. He's not that little. I was little. I was 225.
Yeah.
Well, let's just look at the mug that I'm drinking out of here, right?
Yoda.
Me by my size. Right?
Yoda. Well, guys, before we finish up, let's make sure you're locked in with the Big Blue Report. Hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel as well as on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and follow us across all social platforms so you don't miss a second of the Giants coverage that we give all year long, according over at Back Sports Page. Follow JC on his social platforms, Ryan on his, of course, mine, and, of course, follow the show. We appreciate you guys making us a part of your week. Thank you for joining us on Thursday as we keep gearing up and getting closer to the 2026 New York Football Giants season. It's going to be a fun one. New head coach, new culture around the team for the Professor Ryan Darlington and the two-time Super Bowl champion Giants legend, defensive captain, and coach, Jonathan Casillas. I'm Randy Zellea. We'll see you next time here on the Big Blue Report. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time.